Hi, this is Debbie. Welcome back to Cheyenne Life. And this is going to be the second recipe that I'm going to share with you if you have one of these rotisserie chicken carousels. If you have not noticed the previous video, which is about how to make chicken broth, then this is going to be the video about how to make the rotisserie chicken. If you have a Goodwill or a thrift store near you and you can pick up one of these rotisserie chicken carousels, then please, by all means, get one of these. It is well worth the money. They are very easy to clean. You can find them, I believe, still on Amazon or maybe eBay, sometimes still new. This one happened to be used, and I picked it up at the Goodwill. It had the box and everything with it, all of the manuals, and it had been very cleaned, is the only reason I went ahead and picked it up, even though it was used. Usually I would not do that in specific with a utensil or an appliance like this that is in the kitchen, but since it did appear to be very clean and had not been used very often, it seemed, then I went ahead and got this one, and I actually got it for $6, so really, really cheap. As you can see, it has the internal heating unit, and all of the pieces come apart. The door comes off. This actually slides closed once the chicken is inside, and you just plug it in, and you turn the timer to where you want the desired time to be. I actually, for chicken, to roast a whole chicken, I actually turn this all the way around, so it gets the full length of time, which I think is about 2 hours, if I'm not mistaken. And the chicken comes out absolutely perfect for us. We like to make sure that our chicken is done at I believe the temperature is supposed to be 165 degrees internally. We test that, and absolutely perfect every single time. Juicy, tender, moist, crispy outer coating. We leave the skin on when we do the rotisserie chicken. Not leaving the skin on or taking the skin off tends to make the chicken a little bit more drier, in my opinion, so we just leave the skin on. And how I prepare the chicken, as you can see here, it's a 4.84 pounds chicken, almost 5 pounds, is I just coat the entire chicken in this pan here with vegetable oil or olive oil. You can use either one. And then I take just regular butter, sweet cream butter, whole butter, and I cut off 2 pats about tablespoon size, or you can use teaspoon size, either one, and I insert it up underneath the skin. You can see the lumps on the sides here where it is inserted in the skin, and I actually do 2 pats on each side inserted inside of the skin, as well as I put a lot of my herbs and salt, pepper, things like that inside of the skin as well, so it actually makes contact with the meat, and it makes it so much better than just leaving it on the outside. But I also coat the outside with vegetable oil or olive oil, put all of my spices on there. I use thyme as well as herbs de Provence. You can use a teaspoon of lemon juice if you would like, if you want to keep the chicken kind of on the lighter side, and you know, it just keeps it general and better. So if you want to use lemon juice, you can. And we use herbs de Provence, onion powder, garlic powder, salt, pepper, paprika. Paprika is one of the tricks that we use in the South. Paprika goes on our fried chicken. I'm from the South, so I make Southern fried chicken. Paprika goes on a lot of the meats that we make because it is a great item to add flavor to something. And we just use regular paprika, not spicy paprika or a hot paprika, just regular paprika, ground paprika. And I think that's it. Garlic powder, onion powder, paprika, herbs de Provence, salt, pepper, and we just coat everything front and back of the chicken because, you know, party in the front and party in the back for us. So everything is coated, and it actually, when the chicken is in the pan over here on its back, it kind of soaks into the skin, so you don't see as much of it here. And then also when I'm done with coating everything in the chicken, and also make sure you coat everything inside the cavity of the chicken as well. As you can see, there's herbs kind of coming out everywhere in the cavity as well. We put salt and pepper inside of the cavity, as well as the herbs, the vegetable oil or olive oil, butter. We actually put butter inside of the cavity, which will melt and run down the sides of the meat on the inside. Just keeps everything absolutely delicious. And this chicken will be super moist. I actually cut the tips off to use in the chicken broth. Make sure you check out the chicken broth video and you will see that there. And let me go ahead and I'll show you the process for putting the chicken. This piece here is the skewer that goes down through the chicken and engages with the base of the rotisserie. It has a pan and a cage, and then there's a little skewer unit. I'm not sure if you could see it, probably not, because it causes the chicken to sit up off of the skewer just a little bit so you get even air all around the chicken when it's roasting. And it just keeps it from making contact with the bottom part and sticking. And while it is roasting, every about 30 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes, you just stop the rotisserie and you go ahead and use a baster to baste the chicken all over, which I usually just, as you can see, it's already basted here. And we just put the juice inside and baste all of the outside, and that keeps it moist. But you can see it already has some basting in it because it has the salt, which is already kind of working on the meat. So everything is there. Let me go ahead and get this inside the rotisserie, and you can see it just picks up. Sorry about that. You actually have to take the tray first. So I just pick the chicken up for just a moment, and I just take it back over the tray that I had here, sit it over to the side. Pick this tray up, you put it inside the machine, make sure it lines up, and it sits inside because this all moves, it actually rotates. All right, and we'll just scoot this closer. Pick up the cage and the skewer, and it goes inside and engages right there. As you can see, the skewer goes there and it engages at the bottom. And then the door just closes up. And let me make sure that I did go ahead and get it plugged in. Not as of yet, so let's go ahead and get that plugged in. I have a couple of plugs on the back of my island. That goes in. So everything is ready to go. And then you just turn the timer. And like I said, I always go ahead and do, as you can see, it has it numbers. It's at 120 minutes. So you're looking at 2 hours. And it will be perfectly done inside and out. The outside will be nice and brown and crispy and juicy. And like I said, you stop it every 25, 30 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes. I usually do 25 or 30. Open it up, baste it with just a baster, and make sure you're basting all of the outside and everything. Shut it back up, get it started going again, and it just is a deliciously moist chicken. Cannot believe how good that it is. And you'll have an excellent dinner. Anyway, wanted to show the chicken broth that I made with all of the little pieces from the chicken that I had trimmed off, which is now, I just turn it on low or 2 on my stove. As you can see here, I have a convection oven. So turn it on 2, which has to do with the upper eyes, and just let it sit and simmer for about 45 minutes to an hour, and then this will be done. And then I'll just put in a container into the refrigerator for now, because we'll be having chicken again, I'm sure, this week. Or if I'm not going to be having chicken, I'll go ahead and get it bottled up or put in a quart jar and process it with the canner. And that's it. Go ahead and store it. Anyway, that is Cheyenne Life. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit the notification bell to get notices on other videos, and we'll see you in the next one.